Today we are going to provide you with a complete guide on the expected behaviors for a winger on the offensive side. So let's get started, and don't forget to subscribe. By definition, the winger will be the offensive side player in a system with two wide players. His primary role will be to energize the flanks in attack to serve his center forward or to score goals himself. He will therefore need the basic skills of a good offensive player: shooting, dribbling, speed, combination play, and crossing ability. If he's on the side of his strong foot, we will be dealing with a rather traditional winger. He will be relied upon for his ability to break through and drive down the flank, to deliver many crosses into the box. If he is on the side of his weaker foot, we will be dealing with an inverted winger, who will tend to cut inside while dribbling to get into a shooting position or to combine with the center forward to break through the opposing defense. Even though the possibilities are numerous and depend on the coach in place, the winger will encounter three situations regarding space occupation. The first and most classic will be occupying space with two players, with the fullback positioned about 20 meters below him. This approach will naturally create triangular relationships with the player inside and will be ideal for the fullback to overlap. The second, more modern approach will require the winger to move inside to free up the flank for the fullback. He will then be positioned in the half space like a box-to-box midfielder, creating significant decision-making challenges for the opposing fullback, who may wonder whom to manage between our winger and our fullback. And finally, the third approach, when our fullback moves inside to reshape our system, like an Alexander-Arnold, our winger will find himself alone managing the flank. He will have several options to provide passing solutions: either stay very high to request the ball in depth, drop back quite low to ensure the continuity of progression, or position himself between the two opponents to create uncertainty. Whatever his profile, the winger must be able to attack the space in behind when the situation calls for it. If the ball is on the opposite side, he should make a diagonal run toward the goal so that if the play succeeds, he finds himself in a shooting position. This run must be made at maximum intensity with very high quality control and dribbling in order to maintain the advantage gained through the run and avoid being caught by the defender. This quality will be essential during quick attacks to take advantage of the opponent's temporary disorganization. It will also be useful to call the ball along the sideline if the center cannot be attacked in order to get into a crossing or overlapping position. Another very effective run is the one into the half space between the center back and the fullback. This space, very popular, will be a formidable weapon to attack in the final third. By making a run toward the goal, the winger will find themselves in an advantageous finishing position. The modern winger must also be able to interact with teammates through combination play and be comfortable with ground play. When the opponent sets up a low block, they will often be found at their feet, somewhat stationary, and will need to combine with teammates to find progression solutions. This can be with a relay inside with their midfielder or forward, to put them in good conditions to continue or to initiate a 1-2. Often isolated on the opposite side, they will also frequently be found through a switch of play with a long pass. Therefore, it will be necessary to be comfortable with aerial ball control, to capitalize on the time advantage created by the switch of play, by quickly bringing the ball to the ground to continue rapidly. He can also be used as a board player by positioning himself along the line with his shoulders facing the target. It will then be necessary to use his passing quality and perception to slide a ball to his running teammate and do it with one touch to challenge the opponent. Finally, the wide player can combine with his fullback if the latter requests an overlap. During a two-player game, you need to fix your opponent while dribbling to pass the ball to the fullback, thus creating maximum advantage. Being in finishing situations, the winger will be an asset to his team only if his profile proves decisive in the critical areas. In the last 20 meters, he can express himself mainly in two ways: through crossing or shooting. For inverted wingers, the curled cross shot à la Robben remains the most devastating move. However, be careful not to overuse it, as statistics show that it is an overrated move with only 17% of goals scored on average when the shot is attempted from a tight angle. For the traditional winger, the powerful low cross shot will be the most effective move. Gathering information to see where the goalkeeper is and to know if the angle is open enough will be essential. If the goalkeeper anticipates the cross shot too much, do not hesitate to shoot powerfully at the near post. The second essential decisive move in the winger's repertoire is the cross. I invite you to watch our video on this topic, which covers all the crossing techniques that any winger profile should master. Let's not forget to talk about dribbling, a move that truly characterizes the winger. Beyond the quality of the dribble, which should allow the player to beat the defender in a one-on-one, we draw your attention to the importance of the decision made after this move. Top-level wingers always enhance their dribbling to turn it into a decisive action, either by shooting, accelerating, or passing to a well-positioned teammate. Dribbling for the sake of dribbling is pointless, so be effective.